Matt is going to demonstrate the balancing procedure on a PEM mount. First, slacken off the Dec clutch. He is using a spring balance as shown to get the balance up and down to be equal. The attachment point for the spring balance needs to be some distance from the rotation axis and pull in a perpendicular direction to it, that is right angles. Then do the opposite side. If it is the eyepiece end heavy, then there will be a small force to pull the sky end upwards and a lot of force to pull it downwards. Several iterations will be required as shown. An out of balance telescope means the drive has to lift weight at some point and will inevitably stall. It takes a while to do this, but it is worth it. If you add a very heavy eyepiece and a camera, then you will probably need a compensating weight at the other end to rebalance. Ideally, this should be repeated with the telescope tube vertical and at 45 degrees fore and aft to check. With complex telescope mounting assemblies, it can be quite difficult to achieve balance, mainly because radial balance is also necessary, and this can upset you at various tube inclinations. You can get a requirement for an odd weight to be at a certain point. There he has achieved the Dec Axis. So we tighten up the clutch on the Dec Axis. The RA axis is somewhat easier as you only have to move the balance weight up and down, again pulling perpendicular to the polar axis in both directions. So the clutches come off first. Check it's free to move. Then find your point to attach the spring balance. You must make sure that it is perpendicular and then pull in both directions. You get more sensitivity if you move the connection point to the end of the rod where there is a longer distance to the pivot. And that is done. Remember to tighten up the clutch afterwards. AWR sell a suitable spring balance for £10, 2022 prices plus post. Head over to email AWR to find availability and payment methods.